Welcome to my channel. Please like, comment and subscribe. In this video, we are going to talk about occasional driver insurance. Your child just got their driver's license and they are begging to borrow your car. What do you do next? Whether it is your child, a friend, a family member or someone you live with looking to regularly use your car, they will need to be insured before putting your car into drive. This is where occasional driver insurance kicks in. Occasional driver insurance is an addition to your current policy and allows those listed to have a coverage while driving your vehicle. If you are unsure about whether or not you need to add someone to your car insurance policy, who can even be added, or how it will be affect you and your current policy, we have done the legwork to help you decide what makes sense for your situation. And then what's the difference between the primary driver and an occasional driver? The primary driver on a policy is typically the person who will be driving the car the most. This is usually the person who owns the car, and also it doesn't have to be if there's someone else who will also be driving the car occasionally, as the name states, but not as often as the primary driver. They should be listed as the occasional driver on the policy. And then who can be added as an occasional driver? Anyone with a valid driver's license who will be driving your car frequently can and should be added as an occasional driver to your policy. On the flip side, if you have a valid license don't own a car with to drive someone else's car regularly, you should be added as an occasional driver to the owner's policy. Depending on the province you live in, all licensed members in your household will also need to be listed as occasional drivers on your policy, unless they have a vehicle with an active insurance policy of their own. But let's say you have a new driver in your household with only a driver's permit, they will not need to be added to your policy as an occasional driver just yet. Once they get driver license, you will need to consider the insurance option. And then when do I need to add occasional drivers to my policy? Here's general rule you can follow. If you have someone who plans on driving your car regularly beside yourself, they will need to be added as an occasional driver to your policy before driving off your vehicle. Keep in mind that adding someone as an occasional driver does not necessarily mean they have to reside in the same household that you do. It is based on the province. A big factor to consider is frequency that the person will be driving your car. If, for example, you let a trusted friend or neighbor with a valid driver license borrow your car for a day, it will not be necessary to add them as an occasional driver on your policy. By allowing them to borrow your car, you are also extending your insurance to them as well for that time. Should anything happen to your vehicle while they are driving it, your insurance will cover it, not theirs. And then will adding occasional drivers to my policy affect the cost of my insurance? Well, have you ever asked to add guacamole on the side of your meal? It almost always comes at an extra cost, right? Just like how you would expect an extra charge for adding guac. Adding on your occasional driver to your policy will inevitably result in extra charge too. When adding additional members to your policy, you are essentially asking your insurer for extended coverage to protect the additional people who will be accessing your vehicle. And because not all drivers are the same, your insurer will need to evaluate the risk level of each occasional driver. Your insurer will consider many factors like the number of the years the driver was licensed and even their driving history or record, just to name a few. Then the new price of your policy will reflect the coverage needed to properly insure everyone on your policy, including your occasional drivers. And then how can I save money when adding an occasional driver? When adding occasional drivers to your policy, you may be eligible for different types of discount depending on the type of drivers you are adding. Here's a couple scenarios with associated discount you can consider. If you are adding a child who's a new driver that successfully completed a driving course, if you are adding a child who will be living away from home for school, they may qualify for a student discount. If you are adding your elderly parents who've maintained good driving records, they may be eligible for our claims-free rewards. And then if you are adding a driver who has their own car and insurance policy and they're insured with the same insurer as you could qualify for a multi-vehicle discount. At TD Insurance, insurance company, we offer 30 ways to save. If you are curious to see what other discount may apply to your policy now that you have added an occasional driver, talk with a licensed advisor. Alternatively, you can also get a quote. In as little as 3 minutes, you can get an idea of what your new policy will look like, discounts included. I think that's all the information that I can share to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you need information about insurance, like maybe a home insurance, health insurance, car insurance, or maybe pet insurance, dental insurance, or maybe vision insurance, you are in the right channel, because in this channel we talk about it a lot. And if you want us to talk about maybe the information that maybe you need, you can drop your comment below, and later when we have a chance we will talk about it. And also, don't forget to share this to your friends. And thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to give like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you in another video.